The San Francisco 49ers absolutely embarrassed the Cincinnati Bengals 41-17 on their home field. And man, the 49ers made some big time improvements from week 1 of the season. As we know, guys, the 49ers getting the victory over the Buccaneers last week. The 49ers felt like there was a lot of areas, room for improvement. And, you love to get the victory. But in this game, the 49ers absolutely lit it up on both sides of the ball. The running game was absolutely effective. Jimmy G was getting in so many plays and so many different setups going with Kyle Shanahan's offense. You just love what he brings. Those different schemes really come in crucial because you really keep the defense guessing on what type of play you're going to run. For example, the 49ers ran a lot of different plays with George Kittle. He was used as a run block guy, and he said himself, that he would rather put a 300-pound guy on his back than catch a touchdown. And so that really goes to show the type of character and player that George Kittle is. And, the Cincinnati Bengals game plan was that they weren't going to let the 49ers beat them with George Kittle. So, they would put 2 guys up on Kittle. And really what that led to is, so many other guys on the 49ers, offensive game plan that they could go to and make plays. And so this was really amazing. And then, you saw one trick play the 49ers used where it appeared as if Kittle was going to be a run block guy. And then instead of doing that, fakes the run block and then is able to carry out, get into the open space of field, and make a nice catch for a huge chunk of yardage. And so, man, there were so many great things to take out of this game. If there's one negative, and of course, you're never going to be perfect out there, even in a demolishing like this one, 41-17. I mean, this game had the Cincinnati Bengal fans. We sent them to the exits early in this one, guys. And so that was an amazing feeling in this game and really a momentum builder because it doesn't matter who you're playing in the National Football League, a win is a win. And this is building big-time momentum for the 49ers to start off 2-0 on the season. And so let's get more into this game, guys. Jimmy G, of course, 3 touchdowns on the day. Did throw 1 interception, came out with a quarterback rating of 131.2. He completed 17 throws on 25 attempts for 297 yards. Now, Andy Dalton of the Bengals, he did lit up the stat sheet in terms of yardage, but a lot of costly penalties for the Bengals, missed field goals, and missed opportunities really kind of hampered them from really, making this a game. This game was pretty close early on. It was back and forth in the first quarter. You had the 49ers out to a 1-touchdown lead. Bengals got a touchdown, and it was 14-7, and then the Bengals got an interception. And so they were making some plays, but the 49ers just, put the foot on the gas pedal and really just destroyed Cincinnati. So Andy Dalton on the day completed 26 throws on 42 attempts for 311 yards. He had 2 touchdowns to go with 1 interception with a quarterback rating of 90.5. And so the big storyline of the game, guys, again, the 49ers looked good on both sides of the ball. The defense getting big stops. And then the running game, wow, Matt Breida really burst upon the scene in this game. Breida, 12 rush attempts for 121 yards. So he averaged a bit over 10 yards per carry. And, with Jerick McKinnon, of course, now being out again for 2 years in a row, that really has, it's really been frustrating because, we paid him 4 years and like $30 million plus dollars. Sorry. And, for him to be out like that, obviously it's been a huge blow. And so Matt Breida has really burst upon the scene. Such a great running back. And this is, I've just loved Matt Breida over the years. And this game really sets him apart. Really, he could be the primary running back on this 49ers football team. So great game from Matt Breida. And then Raheem Mostert also had a phenomenal game at running back. He had 13 rush carries for 83 yards on the ground, and also he came up clutch in the receiving end, and we'll get more into that in just a bit. Jeff Wilson Jr., he rushed for 10 attempts for 34 yards and had 2 rushing touchdowns. So, wow, 49ers putting up 41 points. This was the first time that they put up 40-plus points on the road since the Jim Harbaugh days of 2013, and their team yardage in the game of 569 team yards was the most that they've had in a game, 5th most actually in their franchise. So the 49ers were breaking all kinds of records in this game, guys. Now let's get into the receiving side of the ball. So 49ers team receiving leaders in this game. Deebo Samuel was targeted 7 times. He had 5 receptions for 87 yards to go with 1 touchdown. And then Marquise Goodwin had a big touchdown early in this game. He was targeted 3 times, had 3 receptions for 77 yards. And then Raheem Mostert, who had a big game at running back, again, came up clutch on the receiving side of the ball. Raheem Mostert was targeted 4 times, had 3 receptions, 68 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then George Kittle, guys, 3 targets for 3 receptions, 54 yards. So even when the Bengals game plan, of course, was to double team George Kittle, try to keep him out of the, if the 49ers are going to beat us, it's going to be these other guys. But Kyle Shanahan, again, in his play calling ability, one of the best play callers in the National Football League as a coach, really put in a show today. So getting those plays available for George Kittle, even despite, the Bengals game plan. So that was just amazing. And now let's get into the defensive side of the ball. The 49ers were all over the place defensively. Fred Warner had 7 tackles in the game. 4 of those were solo tackles on his part. And then Quan Williams, a cornerback, he also had 7 tackles. 3 of them were solo tackles on his part. Quan Alexander, the big free agent signee from the Buccaneers, he came up clutch, the linebacker, 6 tackles. 3 of them were solo and also had 1 interception in the game. So phenomenal. And then Ronald Blair III, defensive end, had 5 tackles. 4 of them were solo and also picked up a sack of Andy Dalton. And then Akello Witherspoon, the cornerback, he had 5 tackles. 3 of them were solo. We did see Akello Witherspoon make a rookie mistake, he's not a rookie, but still a young player, make a mistake in which a play that he did prevent the, Cincinnati from making the catch on it. The ball kind of came in his, vicinity, and he kind of felt like maybe he should have had an interception on the play and then proceeded to kick the ball, and that led to a 5-yard penalty. So, although it was minor for Akello Witherspoon, that is definitely something that he will learn from. And then Jakari Tart, guys, the safety had 5 tackles. 2 of them were solo. And Richard Sherman, he came up clutch with 4 tackles. 2 of them were solo tackles. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, had 3 tackles. 2 of them solo and had a sack in the game. And then Solomon Thomas, defensive end, had 3 tackles, 2 of them solo. He also picked up a sack in the game, and they were phenomenal plays, guys. Very exciting if you were watching the game. I mean, this was just so enjoyable to watch. And like they said in the broadcast, Bill Walsh, he absolutely would have loved to seen a game like this with, all the types of plays the 49ers did offensively and all the looks that they had. It was just a great game overall. DeForest Buckner, he picked up a tackle and a sack in the game as well. So phenomenal there. Now, Robbie Gould, he kicked 2 of 3 field goals in this one. He did miss a 37 or 38 yarder. Now, that was, of course, at a point in the game when it was the 49ers were up huge. So, definitely not really too much to be concerned about. He's not going to be perfect out there. But he did miss a short field goal. And I believe last week he missed about a 50-plus yard field goal. So we'll continue to monitor that moving forward. But Robbie Gould is going to be huge for the success of this 49ers football team, as we saw with the Chicago Bears in the, amazing season that they had last year. And, of course, a trip to possibly extend their postseason playoff run was cut short due to a missed field goal. So, that's definitely an important part on the football team. The kicker really is crucial, especially, you want kickers that got ice in their veins, that if you need a kick to win a game, tie a game, or force overtime, whatever the case may be, that you have complete confidence in this guy of getting the job done. And so, guys, with that being said, let's look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco 49ers. The next game, the home opener, is going to take place next Sunday, and the 49ers are going to be taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Roethlisberger left the game today, I believe in the second or third quarter, so his status is uncertain. I'm not sure if he'll be playing in that game, but the backup quarterback for Pittsburgh did throw 2 touchdowns, I believe, today. So whatever the case may be, the 49ers are going to be in for a tough one, and we can't take any opponent lightly. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it all the way through to the end of the video, be sure to smash that like button, smash the subscriber button if you haven't done so already, and smash the bell button if you would like to be notified when new San Francisco 49ers videos are posted. I'm going to be doing game analysis, and from time to time, guys, I'll try to get out some reaction videos for you. And so absolutely love talking 49ers football with you. So comment down below. Let me know your opinion and your perspective. What are your guys' thoughts on the amazing effort shown by the 49ers? A absolutely confidence-building victory on both sides of the ball. Now, of course, there are some things that the 49ers can work on, and that, of course, would be the penalties. We had a lot of penalties called against us today, but nevertheless, guys, starting the season 2-0, back-to-back road games, what a great way to come home to your fans at home, to kick off the season at home, 2-0. So cannot wait until next Sunday, guys. And until next time, I will see you all again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.